Hello YouTube. Today I'm going to be showing you my alternate timeline slash video game idea slash Lego MLC. Yes, a lot of slashes. Anyways, so I call it Nobleman 1900. Sorry, I was just slapping my legs to just, I don't know. But anyways, so basically what the mock is about is, alright, to give you more context about what's going on, basically Germany fractured into the states, into Prussia, Bavaria, and Bavaria in the west, Prussia in the east. So basically, some other smaller states that were on the Baltic Sea. But anyways, enough about that. Let's get into the juice of it. So anyways, here's the rebel. Here's Bavarian and Westphalian cavalry charging. Here the 5th German army men were retreating back. And here's Captain Wunderschnitz, defending the troops from the cavalry charge. Here's an unfortunate rebel that has been caught in the crossfire of the machine gun. In case you aren't familiar with the Nobleman 1896, it's basically an alternate timeline, futuristic, steampunk, all that Tesla punk, and that kind of punk stuff. It's basically a mixture of Tesla punk and steampunk. That's the best I can describe it as, and maybe even a little bit of clock punk. But anyways, and for the military, they had machine guns. Apparently, from what I found out, they had machine guns and they didn't have Gatling guns. Gatling guns weren't machine guns, from what I found out. Instead, they actually have real machine guns, machine guns that you can hold in a hand, like a Rambo, two machine guns that you can hold in two hands with using both of your hands, like Rambo or something. But anyways, basically the main infantry weapon was still breech loaders and bolt actions. But anyways, enough of that. Rubbish. Useless context information. But so basically, rebel cavalry are charging this German trench position, Prussian trench position, while these 5th Dragoon company are fending them off with muskets and bayonets fixed. While the first Prussian army is in the trench waiting for their signal to charge. Well, this guy was Wunderschnitz. Anyways, but this guy's Wunderschnitz's son, who's in the trench about to give the order to charge. And here's some Prussian artillery. Well, they're Prussian artillery, about to load cannon and fire it. Here's actually a Westphalian grenadier machine gunner who was firing away, while the third German army, Prussian army, sharpshooters are shooting away at the cavalry. And I used the old World War I mock floor to use this. The reason why I made it is just because I felt creative, and I have a lot of creativity in me. I just like to use it. I don't want to waste it on useless stuff. like like on work at school, like school start. I live in Arizona. I'm not gonna tell you exactly where in Arizona, but it started like a cup like starting like in, I don't know, like June, not June, July, like July 10th. But anyways, but anyways, I don't really like to waste my creativity on certain stuff. Yeah. Alright, see you later, YouTube. Goodbye.